Good morning, fair use. I hope everyone is doing well, staying in the spirit. I'd like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, Rakwakadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS that rule well. Salutations to the elders, to the brothers, to the apostles that's doing great work. And just keep on teaching, doing things diligently, night and day and night. And shout out to you sincere sisters who loving Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, loving yourself, respecting yourself, loving your husband, respecting your husband, loving your children, taking care of the home. And shout out to the hopeful elect that's doing the righteous things out of the Lord and staying positive. I just want to read this the story right here real quick. Short, it's not long. Okay. There's a person I know, he posted this, and he says, woman unallow another woman in relationships, but men is a problem, right? So he's saying y'all quick to blame men, but men is a problem, but you women love doing these chaotic behaviors. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time in the news. We see it all the time in the we saw these murders that's going down in different places. You have these things called unsolved mystery. People trying to figure out why people doing what they do. And, sometimes they don't figure out the murder until 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. By that time, that person either probably dead or gone. You know what I'm saying? Or they never catch them. You know what I'm saying? So, it's remember, back then it's hard because there was no cameras really. There was no evidence to criminalize that person right away. It took a little longer, but now today things are speeding quite fast because now you got cameras on every block radius, and they scan your eyes, man. And trust me, you think it's far up on a light post or wherever it's at, you don't think that it can see you. They have a function inside that camera where it can zoom in and they can scan your eyes. So if you're gonna do a crime, you better run and put your head down, run down, don't run up, and you gotta run up because you gotta see where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So but this is the result of what we do here in America, man. Primarily, all through the world, but America, Babylon is trying to get all they can get for those who commit these wicked crimes. All right, this is from Daily True Moments. It says, Hartford tragedy. Keisha Claudio murdered by ex. Family grieves unimaginable loss. Right now, they're gonna describe who the ex. It says, on April 24, 2026, 33-year-old Keisha Claudio was found dead in her home in Hartford, Connecticut, the victim of a domestic violence-related murder. So Connecticut is right next to my home state, which is New York City. It's right next to, that's our tri-state. That's the next state. It's rare that you hear things like that happen in Hartford, Connecticut. I've been to Connecticut a few times, and you don't really hear too much crime, but crime do go on over there too. You know what I'm saying? They do go over there. So if any brothers that's from Connecticut, you probably could elaborate and talk about more of your respective city. You know what I mean? More than me. But I've been there. I didn't stay there, just in and out. Connecticut, the victim of a domestic violence related murder. So a lot of these crimes be about domestic violence or crime of passion, so they say, right? Her ex-girlfriend, right, the suspected killer, was found dead hours later from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, turning the case into a murder-suicide. So she was hurt in the process as well, her ex. So now they can't get her because she died too by inflicting wounds. So maybe she took her life too. Or maybe this girl did something to her and ran off. I mean, it's many ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Keisha's tragic death just days after her ex unsettling social media activity, right, has left her family devastated. The community is reeling, and the case is the reminder of the last impact of domestic abuse. Her family is now advocating for justice, raising awareness of the need for better support for those in violent relationships, and pushing for stricter measures to protect victims of domestic violence. Okay, so this is her. She got a little girl. I don't know if that's a daughter or not, but this is the judgment of the Lord, man. Because a lot of you women feel like the man can't do nothing for you, or he ain't listen to you, so you run off with a woman. And a lot of y'all become these high sexual deviant, and you go off, and it's not right in the eyes of the Lord, man. Fine, do what you want to do, no problem. But there's a judgment for everything that you do. There's a judgment for everything you do, man. Okay? I'm not here to disrespect the girl and her family. That's not what I'm here for. But I'm gonna keep it real. This is the result of what you're doing. This is the result of your fruits. This is what you bear. This is what you install. This is what you're gonna get. You people are out of order, so that's what judgment of the Lord comes severely. Judgment of the Lord comes, man. I can't stop people from liking who they like. I can't stop people for being who they want to be with. You can't trust people on this planet, and you can't trust things, okay? This young lady lost her life based on the decision that she made. Okay? But this is more going for as far as more of you being with women. You ain't supposed to be with women. That's what the Lord took you out. The judgment of the Lord, man. How many times the Lord got to keep telling you you're not supposed to be having same intercourse with each other. The same sex intercourse with each other, man. It's supposed to be woman and man. Man and woman. And there are thin lines between that. Okay? So we got to be very careful what we do. And who we with. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't like certain things, man. Some people get so high strong in love for a person, they would crash out for a person, man. Because people's feelings are involved. You can't play with people's emotions and expect people not to do something. That's where, when they crash out, that's a lack of emotional control. You know what I'm saying? And how long are you going to keep living this way, man? All right? I want to go to the comment board. I had wrote something else, but I had to delete it because I didn't want to get too disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So I typically say my little point of view, but I feel like it's worth saying something. Okay. I post here. I told the brothers at great post, bro. It's all facts. As a person said, "Oh, this post is stupid as F. Men do kill women in relationships and vice versa. But what does this have to do with anything? I know this girl personally. This is very sad. Rest in peace." All right. So, it said this post that the person made. Why are you mad at the person? He's only stating the obvious. He's not particularly disrespecting this girl, but he's saying there's cases of women that's with women that should not be with women. Yeah, there are cases where men are abusing and destroying women, but women typically make bad decisions. They not supposed to be going out there finding a man on their own. Biblically, the father, her father, if she has one, her father is supposed to find the right man for her. That's keeping God's commandments, keeping the laws, or just right in the mind, man, or doing righteous things in the eyes of the Lord, man. He don't have to be the perfect man in the world. But if the man has some dignity, some character, some integrity, morals, but you women go out here and you fish, and you get a bad you fish, and how you hook a man? By your body, by your looks, by this, and you reel in bad fish with blemishes, which are niggas, gang members, robbers, thieves, scammers. This is what you bring in. So the good fish that's healthy, right? You don't really like it, right? Because that fish requires a lot of what? Care. You got to cut it, you got to clean it, you got to do all these things. You got to prep it. You don't want to do all that. You want to get the half-ass fish, and you want to just hurry and eat that. You know, I'm just using that as an example. So these women don't have no idea of how to pick a man. That's the job of your father, because he could tell right then and there if this man is no good. Right? So this lady, she's making a point, but your point is still not valid. All the brother is saying, women don't feel like what they do or choose, right? It's not. It's not. I mean, what they do is men's fault, regardless if they're not. Oh, if I fuck up, it's your fault. Oh, I got arrested, it's your fault. Oh, if I do this, it's your fault. Take accountability for what you do and who you choose and what you pick in your life. A lot of women do not have spiritual discernment. Most men have more spiritual discernment than women. And for the women that have spiritual discernment, real women, they're not going to put their life in danger for this. They're not going to do that. They're going to be smart, and they're going to be wise of who comes in their life and who they deal and build with. And then they say, okay, this is a man that I can see myself with, so I'm going to allow him to choose me. That's how a spiritual woman thinks. And most women, when they get in a relationship, this is what they do. They get with a man, right? They're going to badmouth the man that they was with before. I'm talking women that don't have no understanding. They have not been taught properly. They want to do things according to their own self-will, their own choices, right? Okay, cool. They'll get with another guy. They will badmouth the other dude, talk bad about him, so that she can feel like she's a victim to move forward to get new sex from the new man. That's her scheme, and that's her way of getting a dude. You know how I know? Because Sephora did it to me. You understand? She was a good actor. She acted very good. I give her that. Was it sincere? Was it a game or joke? It could be at times, yes. But I knew that certain things she did, it wasn't going to fly. She knew that. That's why she couldn't get away with me. You understand? So women will do these type of things. Women will play victim, and they will tell you, right, shit about the nigga that they was with before, bad mouth him, and then make it say you make you feel like, oh damn, I feel sorry for her, so let me be with her. But I never did that with her. I always put out on mainstream. I said, who you think you fooling? You ain't shit. I used to tell her that. I used to tell her that. After a while, she felt like she wanted to do what she wanted to do, because she knew, she said, damn, I can't get rid of this nigga. I can't do what I want with this nigga, so I'm going to move forward. That's what they do. Either they're going to stay or go. And 90% of the time, they do not stay. She got no respect. So just like the young lady, have no respect. Okay? You fucking dealing with a woman, and the judgment of you dealing with a woman is death. The Lord don't like these things, man. You probably was arrogant too. You probably was. So look at this young lady here. She said men are still the problem, right? Okay. So I said negative, right? I said negative. I said negative, but your God is Satan. You hate structure and love destruction. You twerk, you F-U-C-K, you whoring, lying, setting men up, backdooring us. Majority don't take care of their children. Feminists have destroyed your spirit. You are great actors, very deceptive, argumentative. Those are the spirits of Jezebels and Delilahs. Cut that BS out. Men learn that behavior since from boys from single mother households. I said, cut that BS out. Right? Look, and she says, look what she says. Men are still the problem. You see? She's trying to be a wise ass. But watch this. Let's go to her page. All right, let's go to her page. Look, young ass. Look, 1999. Look, let's look at this girl. Come on. Let's be real here. Look, come on. Let's be real here. What are we talking about? Look at what we talking about. Look at what we talking about. Look. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Get out of here. What are we talking about? The only way you saying that because you love women. You deal with women. I know you do. Look how you dress. I'm telling y'all. I'm not trying to disrespect the other girl. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just letting y'all know this is the result of your fruit. This is what you do. You are hard-headed and you know damn good, man. All right, let's get a couple scriptures, man. First, let me do this. It was Zephaniah 3 and 5. Scripture says this: the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. So the Lord had already established his judgment already. And it's going to be sent, the decree is going to be sent forth with his angels, man. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So she was unjust. So she didn't know no shame. So she didn't think that nothing was going to happen to her. People think that judgment ain't going to happen to them. Right? Let's go to Romans. No, you know what? Before we go on, let's go to Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, the 7th verse. It says, and thou, so the Lord is talking to Ezekiel, it says, and thou shalt speak my words unto them. Who's the word that he should speak unto? To the children of Israel, the house of Israel, right? It said, whether they will hear this word, right? Or whether they will forbear it, whether they hear or forbear, for they are most rebellious. So we are the most rebellious, man. How many times the Lord had to keep sending his prophets to forewarn us, man, messengers to keep forewarning us, man, to get right with him, right? Verse 8, but thou son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. So don't be like them. Because there's a warning. Don't be like them or you're going to get judged like them. Don't be like the house of Israel, the wicked portion of Israel, which is the 2/3, man. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. So open your mouth and eat the words that I have instructed for you to say. So the Lord is directing us what to say to you guys. So when we making these videos, man, don't take it personal. Because we don't know you personally. We're only stating the fact of your actions was being done by the fruits of your bearings. What you're doing. Okay? This is serious business out here. This world is full of sin and demonic behavior. All right? We're here to forewarn you, to make sure that you understand that there's judgment and repercussions for your actions, man. There's consequences for your actions, man. This applies to all of us, man. But when we start to stray and go left, man. All right? Now let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans, the 1st chapter, right? We know what we're going to get right here, right? Let's jump down to 18. So this is what Apostle Paul is talking to the Romans in Rome, right? We're gonna see what Apostle Paul has to say here, because it's very important. Very important, okay? All right, let's read here. It says, for the wrath of for the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heaven. So we just read in Zephaniah, right, that the Lord sent out his decree of wrath out, okay, against all ungodliness. So we just read that. That's the precept right there. And unrighteousness of men who hold truth in unrighteousness. Right? Verse 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them. For Yahweh have showed it unto them. So he has showed his power unto us. So he still shows his power all day long, and we still decide to do evil. Because we don't think that we're going to get it because he's going to skip us. No. No one's exempt. Verse 20. For the visible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. There you go. So they are not without excuse. We're going to be judged for this and ridiculed for this. I'm telling y'all. Verse 21, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. So they was foolish in their ways. They was foolish in their ways. They was doing things that wasn't right. Do you understand? Hold on, guys. Yeah, so these are the things that's going on. All right. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Okay. Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible men, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. So a lot of these men have went off by not worshiping the higher power, which is Yahweh, right? And they started to do all these things, worshiping idols and becoming degenerate bastards, man. That's what y'all become. Okay, let me jump down. Let me read 24. Wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own body between themselves. So the Lord said, okay, so you want to do that? Do it. But guess what? I got a judgment for you. So when they die and they pass on, when their judgment comes, they're going to tell the Lord's going to hold their standards to his standards. And it's not going to meet. It's not going to match. It's not going to match. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. Right? Hold on, y'all. So it says this, right? It says, verse 25, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worship and serve the Creator more than the and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. So we have went over and chose. We have a defiled mind, man. Okay, we have a wicked mind. Okay, we chose the foolish things of this world, man, over God's love, man, that He has for us, man. We have a reprobate mind, man. Verse 26, for this cause Yahweh gave them unto vile infections, gave them unto their own lusts. For even the woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Verse 27, and likewise, right, hold on, let me go back to 26. He said, what? For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. That's where the young girl got judged for it. Verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of women, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. Verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient. There you go. And these are judgments of the Lord, man. So when you that's why people get murdered and get killed, man. Because they do these things, and it's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. I'm telling y'all. That's why that young girl got murdered, man. And you can't play with people's feelings, man. How do we know that young lady that she was with, feelings was hurt? Not justifying their relationship, but I'm just stating the obvious. You can't play with people's emotions, man. You ain't supposed to be dealing with a woman. You're off. You're going against the natural use of God, man. So I hope this video is edifying. Oh, let me get one more scripture and I'm going to close it out. Let me go to Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter, 28th verse. Do you know this one, y'all? Let me close this out. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So there you go. So the Lord have angels or spirits created for vengeance that are out here laying on sore strokes, putting the pain on you, right? You be walking down the street because all your wickedness and your sin. The Lord will put a spirit on somebody to take a car and knock the shit out of you, kill you instantly. Boom, 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 you're gone. You don't even know that it happened. So I'm saying, don't do these things, man. Right? Don't do these things. Matter of fact, let me go to Ezekiel. Let me go back to Ezekiel. I want to go to the 3rd chapter, 17th verse. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. So the Lord had made us a watchman of the house of Israel to forewarn you guys to repent, come back to the laws of God. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. All right? So these are things we got to do, man. Verse 18, when I said unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So if we don't forewarn you and we see what you're doing wrong and you die, that blood gonna fall in our hands because we knew better and we should have told you, right? Verse 20. So verse 19. So the Lord is not, he's not gonna, you can't run from me. 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from wickedness, nor from the wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So I had delivered thy soul, meaning like, okay, I told you. You can't say that I ain't tell you, and that blood down on my hands. So I'm in the clear. You understand? Verse 20 again. When a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, right? And I lay stumbling block before him, he shall die. Because thou hast not given him warning, he shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood would I require at thy hand. So this is just like us preaching to righteous people too. We gotta always, it's like we preaching to ourselves. You know, like when you ever heard of the pastor say that when someone died, it's like you and you're speaking at their funeral. It's like you're giving like an open ceremony. It's like you're preaching to your own funeral, because these things apply to us as well. Okay, right? So if we turn from righteousness to wickedness, it's going to be a stumbling block, and the Lord will make us die if we don't change or repent. Verse 21, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he do not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also, thou hast delivered thy soul. So I had delivered your soul, and you can't say that I didn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? And verse 22, and the hand of the Lord was there upon me, and he said to me, arise, go forth into the plain, and I will there talk with thee. So the Lord is giving him instructions on what to say, man. Even to the righteous, even to the wicked. Make sure the righteous don't fall off into slumber, and make sure that the wicked can repent and can have a chance of life to get the kingdom and inherit the kingdom. So this is what we got to do for each other, man. We got to tell each other and pull each other out, man, whether we're wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? Humble thyself, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at God like Gorilla Hebrew, man. He done fell off, man. The Lord done took the cup of oil off him. Now this dude got podcasts with regular gangsters and Bloods and Crips and doing all kind of shit, and want to add a little bit of God's juice in it and talk. And come on, that's off, man. It's off. So you trying to run from me for a little while, escape it, go into the carnal world, and then run back. That's what they do. The Lord took the cup of oil from him, man. The Spirit's not dealing with him no more. Okay? So you don't want to be like that type of person. So I hope this video is edifying. I hope you guys learn something from this video. Shalom.